Hi guys, I'm AY.
I'm Melissa.
And we're roommates, and we are both second year students at the University of Waterloo in Waterloo, Ontario, in Canada. And we wanted to film this video for the It Gets Better project because it's something that we both really believe in. I'm queer, Melissa's straight, but I think we can both attest to the fact that regardless of what country you live in, regardless of where you're from or what you look like or who you are, once you are out of that phase called high school, it gets better. People stop treating you like a child, they start respecting your opinion. But even more than that, I think what happens is that, I guess what happened for me is that I proved to myself that that wasn't as good as it got. And when I say that, I'm referring to high school. Like, I remember, when I was like in the 10th and the 11th grade, right after I came out, I remember I used to like sit and cry all the time because I felt so alone. And I was like, I will never find anyone who gets me or is like me. Like, I'm black and I'm queer. Where the hell am I gonna find people like me? You know what I mean? Just because of the city that I lived in. Then I graduated and I came to a bigger city. I came to a massive university, and our campus queer and questioning community, they're about to celebrate their 40th anniversary. It's the longest running queer and questioning queer campus organization in all of Canada. And so all those years in high school where I was sitting there being like, who understands me and why can't I find them, and where are they? They had been there the whole time waiting for me to get through high school and to graduate and to get up the courage to leave that awful phase behind. Everyone who has supported me, everyone who loves me for who I am, exactly the way I am, they had always been there. They weren't born the day I came out, and they weren't born even a month before I came out. They've been there with open arms, just waiting for me to come alive and to realize my potential. And all the people who are going to be there for you on the other side, they're walking around wondering where you are now. And they're waiting excitedly with open arms for the day you finally have that diploma and you can get out of there and go on to something better. So hang in there, and I can attest to the fact that I honestly, legitimately, literally do not know of a single queer adult who graduated from high school and went through life and they went on to, bigger cities, bigger schools, better, more accepting places, and didn't eventually find a place where they belonged, because that's what happens when you're so young. I mean, granted, we're second year students, so we're still pretty young ourselves, but when you're that young, when you're still at the beginning of your adolescence, everything feels like the end of the world because you haven't seen how good it can get. You know, by the time you graduate high school, I think 4 out of 18 years is a pretty significant percentage of your life. But 4 out of 40 years and 4 out of 50 and 60, I think Dan and Terry are like, I think they're close to my parents' ages, so they'd probably be in their late 40s. 4 years out of how many decades of amazingness that they've now gotten to live through, it's absolutely nothing, even though it feels like everything because that's all you have at the time. So you gotta hold your head up and you gotta look for the light at the end of your tunnel because it's there, even if you don't always recognize it. You can't always find it, it's always been there. And those people who are there to support you, they're so, so excited for the day when they finally get to meet you with open arms. So hang in there because it does get a hell of a lot better. Good luck, guys. See you on the better side.
Bye.